Hey everybody, long time no see, right? I know it's been about a month since I have put up a video, and I just thought I would do a update, letting you know what happened, why we disappeared and everything, because that's not something that I like to do. I don't like to just like take off and, I know I don't have a scheduled upload, like an upload schedule, but I don't want to just like take off and leave you guys wondering what's up and what happened and everything like that. But just know that if when things like this do come up and I do happen to disappear for a little bit, I will be coming back unless I'm dead or something like that. Because I would never just like leave completely, unless there, usually it's going to be some kind of circumstances that keep me away from filming. So the month of December has been really rough on us. At the very beginning of the month, my mom got sick and she had to be hospitalized. And it took them a while to figure out what was going on with her. And she does have a cat, and she lives a distance away from me. That a lot of you guys know that. So, and we weren't sure like when she was going to be released from the hospital. So I had to go out there and stay at her house while she was in the hospital. So I would be right there if they all of a sudden released her. Um, and so I was at her house by myself alone for 6 days. And I'm not used to being by myself. It was kind of like I didn't really enjoy it at all. I just felt very depressed and lonesome and out of my element, and I didn't go anywhere because I'm trying to stay in as much as possible because of the COVID is so bad here right now again. So the first day I was there, I went out and got my groceries and everything I would need, and then I just hunkered down. And thank goodness for video calls, right? Because I would not have been able to handle it without being able to see Keith's face every day, a few times a day. But my mom is okay. She just had some problems with her blood pressure, getting it regulated. And it was making her, she has migraines, so she was having migraines, blood pressure issues, and stuff like that. And then she had an appointment with a neurologist. So I was with my mom, all told, probably almost 2 weeks. When she got released from the hospital, she was a little bit unsteady on her feet because my mom is really active. Like she's always walking and she's moving around a lot. But when she was in the hospital, she was considered a fall risk, so they made her stay in bed, and it stiffened her up a lot, and she couldn't walk very good when she got out, and they wanted to send her to a rehab for physical therapy, and I'm like, absolutely not. She has good insurance. She can come home and get in-home PT, because I don't want her in a rehab. They're rampant with COVID right now. You can't see, they can't get visitors. I'm like, there's no way. No, absolutely not. If I thought she needed it, if I thought medically she needed to be in a rehab, I wouldn't have fought against it. But I really, she could get the in-home PT, and I'm familiar with in-home healthcare by this point, with my in-laws, enough to know what's what. And I was like, she does not need it. So she had physical therapy, and she coming in for 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, and she already got discharged from it. She was doing really well, so they discharged her from it, and she's doing better now. I've taken her to the neurology appointment. She had a doctor's appointment last week that I sat in on with speakerphone, and she's doing a lot better. So that's good. So after I got home, while I was at my mother's, Keith's dad had to be placed in the hospital again. So it was kind of just a stressful time for us because, for one, we can face anything together, but we were separated. And then once I finally came home, he was still in the hospital for about a week. And while he was in the hospital, we discovered that he had some infections in his bones. We've been fighting against these infections for a long time now. And he had to have some toes amputated last spring. And we were hoping that would get everything, and it didn't. And so the bones in his feet got very, very and deeply infected. And because of his age and overall health condition, they did not want to perform any amputation. And Keith wasn't really comfortable with that either. So the decision was made that he would come home on hospice care. So that's where we're at now. He's been home for about 2 weeks now, I would say. And we're in the beginning, we were very like shell shocked. I guess is the only thing I can say to describe it, because we had fallen into a rhythm here where, you know, Keith was giving his dad full-time care. He was bedridden, and Keith was, providing absolutely 100%, home health care for him with a nurse coming in. But he does everything on his own, for his dad. And you fall into this rhythm, and you kind of just feel like when you're in your rhythm, you feel like this is how it's going to be forever. And then something happens, and it throws a wrench in life's plans, right? What is it? I don't know what that, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so, we decided that would be, I guess, the best way to handle everything. The hospital recommended that to us, and we thought about it and talked about it and prayed about it and everything, and with Keith's mom and Keith and everything. And so that was the decision that was made. So he's been home for probably about 2 weeks now, and he's doing pretty good. But it was hard on Keith. It is hard on Keith and his mother and me, and I'm trying to do what I can do to lift the burden of the rest of the household activities off of Keith. But then he wants to do some things to keep himself busy and feel productive and upbeat and everything. And his dad is doing pretty good right now. He's still eating, and he's talking to us and everything. And the nurse comes in, and she says we're doing a great job and everything's going okay and stuff like that. So that's where we are now. But it's just a lot. It's an adjustment mentally to put yourself at that place and get that realization that that's where we're headed and that's what's going on. And so we were, especially that first week that he was back from the hospital, we were just like, you're just like, you don't know what to do with yourself, because it's terrible. It's terrible. And it's just terrible. And so, like, I sat at the kitchen table and I wasn't going to do that. I sat at the kitchen table and colored like nonstop for, days. And, and Keith just constantly checking on his dad and looking at his tablet. We watched 1,200 Hallmark Christmas movies, which if you know me, you know that is not my thing. But yeah, so, we're doing better now. We're, and then last week we were preparing for Christmas, which we did not have a big Christmas at all, of course, because of COVID. And we also wanted a quiet Christmas, and it ended up being a lovely day for us. It snowed here probably about 3 inches, and it just looked beautiful. Everything was gorgeous outside. It just looked so pretty. And Keith has the outside of our house decorated so nice. And sorry, that's the washing machine clunking. But it was really nice and pretty, and nobody was out. They didn't plow the streets, I guess, because it was a holiday. And everything just looked beautiful, and there was no people out on the street. It was very quiet and peaceful and serene, and we had a good meal. We had chicken and ham, and I made cheese potatoes, and I had made cookies the day before, or a couple days before, sugar cookies, and it was just really, really nice. And we had our gifts, and it was good. It was really good. It was really good. So that was a blessing, and it was good. Did I mention it was good? It was good. I finally had a glass of my Aldi wine. That was good too. I like the peach. I found out I don't care for the watermelon one. I won't purchase that again. But I did like the peach quite a bit. Still have some left of the watermelon, but not a big fan of that one. And And then, so, then Christmas was over, and we had my mom over yesterday. Keith went and picked her up and brought her out here, and we did our Christmas with her. And now we're just heading into New Year's week, right? This is New Year's Eve week or New Year's week, and I said, I got to do some videos finally. I feel like I'm ready to get back into it now. I'm feeling like myself again more, and not so weird and unsettled and everything. So we're just going along. But that's what happened, and that's where we've been. The first half of the month was I was with my mom, and dealing with her things, and I actually have to go back out there again in January. She has some follow-up appointments that I have to take her to. And then the second half of the month we've been here with Keith's dad and the hospice people, which isn't a lot because we declined the aid, and we declined the chaplain because Keith has been taking care of his dad anyways, bathing him and all that kind of stuff, and we don't want people coming in with COVID. We're just afraid. We're cautious about Keith's mom and me. I haven't gone out. I'm not going out any place. And then when I was with my mom, I had to go out. But now that I'm back home, I'm staying in. And actually, this is another thing too. Our neighbor, which I've mentioned our neighbors before, because we're close with our neighbors. We're all like family, And I always had mentioned, I know in videos previous, I've mentioned our neighbor that always came over for coffee a few times a week, and then the pandemic happened and he wasn't able to come over as much, and then we discovered that he found out that he had stage 4 lung cancer, and he's been taking his chemotherapy and battling with that, and now he has COVID, and he's been in the hospital for over a week now, and yesterday he started declining, and his wife called me yesterday morning, and she told me he's been placed on a ventilator, and it doesn't look very promising. And we're close with our neighbors. They're like family to us. We all have a good relationship, and it's just been a terrible month. This has been a really rough month for us, and so that's what happened. I just was focusing on things I had to be focused on, and I didn't film anything, and I realized that there are YouTubers out there that as soon as something happens, they pick up that camera. They pick up that camera and they film away. And I am not judging them. I am not judging them whatsoever, because everybody has to do their own life. You know what I mean? But that is the furthest thing from my mind when we have something private, or, something going on. It's private usually. And now we're at the place where Keith says, it's okay. We can talk about it, publicly. We can talk about it. But in the beginning, we just didn't want to. It was private, But we're doing better now, and I actually had mentioned it in my Facebook group. So if you're in my Facebook group, you already know what's been going on. Yeah. So that's it. That's where we've been. But I am feeling better and feeling like filming, and I just filmed an Avon haul. I had 2 orders, so it's quite a long one, and then I have some coloring videos planned. I am going to show you guys what Keith got me for Christmas, all my coloring supplies and books, and I got some happy mail to share with you, and also I was tagged by Lavelia to do the 10 books to finish in 2021, so I'm really looking forward to filming that. I haven't chosen all my books yet, but I'm thinking about it, getting where I want to be with that. So there are videos coming soon, and but just know that if something happens and you don't see me film and you don't see any uploads for, a few weeks, that's what we have going on, and that's our situation right now. So just, hang in there. I hope everyone had a blessed holiday season. I hope everyone has a happy New Year and a safe New Year's Eve, and that you're all doing good, and keep us in your prayers if you don't mind, because we could use them. Although we are adjusting, but it's still a struggle sometimes. So, but I guess that's it. I just really wanted to update you guys and let you know what the situation was, what the sitch was, give you the details, and hopefully you'll see some videos with the Mister in it soon too. He did buy himself some more coloring books that I have, so we can color them together. Yay! He got some more of the Beauty of Horror books, so I think that's kind of fun. So looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for all your patience. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Thank you for still shopping with me for your Avon, even even though I didn't put any uploads, you know, and I will be having, when I figure out what campaign we're in, if we're in 2 or 3, I'll put one up, campaign video up, and try to, you know, get rolling on some things, because I'm feeling like I want to do that now. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys all. You're the best subscribers ever and friends. I'm just really blessed to have you all support me, and I think that it's fantastic, and I appreciate you, and I will be seeing you very soon.